here. Welcome back. Good morning, Norman, Michael, John, everybody on YouTube, Facebook Live. Welcome back. I'm excited. Today is Friday, and we finally got spring that showed up. It's going to be like 62 degrees today. I'm going to take some time off a little bit later. I'm going to drop my new boat in the water. I'm looking forward to that. Something I always wanted, the boat I always wanted to get. I finally got it, so I'm looking forward to doing that. This is the nice thing about being your own boss. I think that's what a lot of people look forward to it. Be able to get ready to garden outside. I'm going to get a couple of new videos going to come out on Fausto Home Living and stuff like that. So it's really excited for this year. Now COVID's kind of not, is in the in the back wings, but it's really not. It's really not, because I'll tell you why. There's a couple of COVID stocks that are moving very, very big. I'm going to talk a little bit about that, so you don't want to miss that. I think a lot of you are going to really see why it's so important that things could change in a blink of an eye with certain things. But thanks a lot, Grant. Everyone else, I appreciate it. And this is what we this is why we do what we do here to work, right? So we can have the free time, enjoy life. Life is very short, and you want to make the best of it. All right, so let's talk about what happened yesterday. We had a couple of stocks that had some nice little good big moves, and some of them are trickling into today a little bit more. I mean, there's that cell stock that's doing great. The one that we've been trading the last couple of days, that's killing cancer cells. That stock is doing phenomenal. We're going to talk about that one too. But there's a lot going on right now. Now, remember, it is going into tax season. Tax season actually is going to be like all week of next week. I know a lot of us are dreading it. Some of us don't even know what we're talking about. But you know what? If you're paying taxes, like my accountant says to me, that means you're making money. So don't worry about it. I hate it. I hate when he says that. But, he is true. But let's talk about what's moving. Yesterday, we had a couple of stocks that did make some nice moves. I want to start off with ATER. That stock we've been trading the last couple of days. You could see the stock was as low as $2. We're already up to $5. I mean, this stock had a really, really nice push yesterday, and it had a great afternoon run, and then it did pretty good in the after hours. But I'm throwing the stock back on my watch list. Listen, what trickled down from yesterday could turn into another day trade the next day, and it could trickle into a swing trade, okay? Remember, a lot of us here want to learn, they feel, I don't know if I want to day trade. Listen, if you can't day trade, there's no way you're going to understand how to swing trade, all right? So you got to understand what's happening over the course of the day, what's going to trickle into a swing trade, or maybe for some of you, like I say all the time, into an option trade. So that one's doing pretty well. I know a lot of us, we did well on it yesterday. The NEO did awesome too. NEO got crushed, NEO. This stock was in the 50s. The stock got really hammered. It looked like it did a little bit of gap fill. Really nice move right there. Stock ran from 11 all the way to 14. I don't know if it's going to be still good going in today, but it did really, really, really well yesterday. UEC, another stock that moved pretty nicely. It's testing some major resistance levels. The energy stocks did pretty well. Uranium stock is testing some resistance levels right around here. We're almost there. We're about almost got there today, in the pre-market. But you could see when that stock had a really nice push from $2 all the way to, what is that, $6.60, and it came right back down to $2, and now it's right back up there again. So nice stock, tradable, moved pretty nice. It was nice in the morning. So we did that one yesterday. UUU was also a very nice stock that we traded yesterday. Had a nice move early in the morning. Once again, another energy stock that did pretty well. CCJ, that one, nice little push early in the morning. These are all the stocks that a lot of you missed. We're going to come back to SBFM. That was the one I was talking about earlier. And then the MDVL, that thing just popped right after hours. Now, I like this stock right here too. This one's also back on the watch list. So there's two stocks that trickled in from yesterday into today. So you got ATER and we got the MDVL. Why? Well, the stock had a really big pop early this morning. It was moving pretty nicely around $1. Stock's at $1.40, huge run up. And the stock is trading already 10 million shares, nice spread, everything. What really sparks my interest about this stock is that this stock got crushed, okay? And you could see here in the last 2 days how the stock is obviously making a big comeback. Now, listen, you got resistance levels, all right? And then you got a gap fill over here. Could it go to 5? I don't know, but it's going up pretty damn fast. So be a little cautious on that. But it is testing some resistance levels. I would probably say, I mean, it kind of broke out of it, but you got support levels right around here, around 240, 250. So there's definitely a lot of room there for growth for the stock to make a little bit of a move. So that one I'm definitely interested in. So the other stock I want to bring up is the SBFM. Now, this stock was pretty funny. I was actually just looking out of curiosity how many outstanding shares. This stock has 7 million outstanding shares, okay? 7 million. The stock already changed hands 5.6 in pre-market. So when you wonder why these stocks go up so fast, you know, that's one of the things that we kind of teach you in our classes is that you know, there's not that many shares out there, and it keeps churning and turning and turning. Stocks that have a lot of shares outstanding, they go very slow, but this one doesn't. Which leads me, I want to bring up another stock, just talking about it. EDU, we all know about this stock. Everyone knows about EDU. EDU got hammered. It's one of the Chinese stocks out there. They did a reverse stock split. Okay, so if you notice there's anything wrong with that's happening, that's what happened there. And actually, I made a mistake. This was also a reverse stock split. SBFM. It was actually when you factor all the stock splits, the stock was really at, I think it's like $1.50 or something like that. So some companies, they automatically put it in. For some reason, my stupid company doesn't do that. All right, and it kind of screws me up sometimes. So anyway, that's what that was. And now reverse stock splits are not good. Okay, reverse stock splits are not good. In this case with SBFM, they came out with great news. But we've seen, remember dryers? That stock, the reverse stock split, the reverse stock split, the reverse stock split. The more splits they do, the less the float, the more they can move, the more volatile they are. So I just want to kind of bring that up. Another thing I want to talk about are swing trades. Okay, so I want to bring up ABBV. All right. Now, this stock has been doing phenomenal for us, for some swing traders. If you notice right here, it had a very big run, okay, from 160 to 175. Does anybody know why this stock ran so much? It's just out of curiosity. Like, I mean, we all know about COVID. They do the COVID test. But why, you know, anyone have any idea what's going on in the news? That's how you get, well, we're not going to talk about that, Grant, the ETFs right now. But does anybody know why not only ABEV, but even Pfizer had a really nice pop too? No, that's not the really. No, a little bit regarding about the China COVID, okay? Anyone hears what's going on in Washington? I know some of us, you know, maybe don't care what's in Washington, whatever. But yes, Carol, there was this big super spreaders going on. Now Nancy Pelosi has COVID. You know that she was surrounded with the president, stuff like that. And you know they just passed this bill to sign this bill to give more relief for COVID and stuff like that. And now all of a sudden, you know, you're having some of the top politicians in the world that got affected by COVID, and they're old. You know what I mean? And we all know it really affects more us being older. We're more concerned about it. So that is basically one of the reasons why people looking at it like, wait a minute, if God forbid something happens to any one of them, what do you think is going to happen with COVID? You think they're going to really start pushing it again, like restrictions and everything else? Now remember, that's how these stocks took off. It's not about just having, you know, the vaccine, but you're going to see now they're going to start want to do more testing and everything else. So just be careful regarding and keep an eye on it, because we know as traders, unfortunately, and I'll say this again, unfortunately, catastrophes make opportunities for us. If it's not the Ukraine war, if it's not the vaccine or the COVID, if it's not, you know, 9/11 or the financial crisis. So that is the next thing I think that's happening right now. So let's hope the best for Nancy Pelosi. But you know what? If something does happen to her, you know, people are like, well, how do you profit from that? I mean, that's terrible. Listen, it's just like inflation or anything else, or like the oil crisis. You'll see that these things will affect these stocks to make them run up, because people are like, oh my God, I got to go get vaccinated, or I got to go get a new test and this and that. And that just causes hysteria, and that's what makes these stocks go up. Same thing like everything else. So keep an eye on these vaccine stocks, okay? A couple of stocks out there also want to keep an eye on. SEAC had a nice little push this morning, little cheap stock. You remember we traded this back in December. It was 60 cents. The thing was a great short squeeze, ran to about $3.50. Looked like she's in play. MDVL we already know about. SBFM, oh my God, I think took just a big turn right there. Big sell-off. There was a real lot of support levels right there at $8, so it looks like it broke it right now. So that's probably a little bit of a short squeeze. This stock really sparked my interest right here. This stock got crushed yesterday. Really got destroyed. BWV, you could see it was $60, came all the way down, got halted. Look for a dead cat bounce. You know, look for a little bit of, well, it had a little bit of a bounce this morning. That looks like it's starting to go back down. Okay, that doesn't look too good. But you might have to go look at yesterday's support levels. But 62 down to 11. I mean, is this a vaccine stock? I mean, what is this? Blue water vaccine. All right. I mean, like if it's a pharmaceutical stock, we know they don't come back. But apparently the news was absolutely horrendous on that one right there. So we're going to keep an eye on that one too. Remember, like I said, catastrophes make opportunities, but it's up $1.70 so far. BFR, another stock that's moving pretty nicely. Nice little trend here. We traded this too back in December. She's been pretty good in the pre-market. Looks a little volatile though. I would just be a little concerned about that. Spread looks a little big. Tier size a little bit small. Remember, it's all about risk to reward, and it's the first T we always focus on: tradable, trend, and trap. After, we already know about that one. That one's sitting in there. And this SST, it is a category 4 from the looks of it. Great pre-market trading at 7:30, started on 28, already hit 32. We all remember we traded this stock just about a couple of days ago. It ran from 18 to 37. It got halted several times. It was very volatile, and it came crashing down. But now she's starting to go back up again. So looks like she's back in play. Remember, today is Friday, right? Fridays, be very careful. I have to always remind you, it's not the greatest days to trade. Friday afternoons, obviously things pick up. Things do pretty well. You know, 3 things happen. The market rallies, it crashes, or it flats, okay? So nobody likes to hold stocks over the weekend, so there's always something that might make a big run this afternoon. So make sure you access your alert service here at Cybertrade University on your phone. You probably see I'm getting alerts right there. If I click on it, who sent that? You can see the alerts right there. Yeah, so you can see Richard sent out an alert on the phone letting you know. He's just basically just telling you about the SBFM that I was just talking about. Now, so make sure you are subscribed to our alert service at Cybertrade University. So anyway, we got a good watch list. Remember, not all of them going to move. It is a pretty big list, but if something does move or something else shows up, we'll put it in the cyber group room. If you're watching YouTube, Facebook Live, remember we'll be back here at 2:30, and you can always do a trial. And then if I don't see the rest of you after today, enjoy your weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday. All right? Be safe, everyone. Happy trading.